Hello everyone, I'm Ron with L.T.L Tutoring Central, and this week's video is all about padded language. What do I mean by padded language? Well, what I mean is sometimes when people write, they add a lot of extra words that are unnecessary. So basically anything that's unnecessary is padded language. And why do I call it padded language? And other people do too. Well, because sometimes students in particular, when they have to reach a certain word count, actually go through their paper and add in these phrases and words just to make it longer. It doesn't make it any better. In fact, it usually weakens it and it usually makes it more confusing or at least less concise and less clear. So what you really should do is go through your final draft and eliminate all of these unnecessary phrases and words, repetitive phrases or clauses or words, and words that are redundant, certain redundancies, which we're going to look at in a few minutes. In this video, I'm only looking at a few examples. There are hundreds of them, so you really have to be aware. Check out the blog. I'll put the link below as well, because it'll have a few more examples, but literally there are hundreds of them at least. So you always have to be aware when you're proofreading and editing, ask yourself, is this the most concise, precise way that I can put this sentence? Now, I don't want to eliminate your ability to be artistic and your ability to be descriptive. So as with anything, you can take it too far one way or too far the other. But generally speaking, most people, even fiction writers, can eliminate a lot of these redundancies and a lot of these repetitions and a lot of this wordiness and make their writing even better. The descriptions will be even clearer and more vivid, and if you're writing essays, it'll have more impact. So it's a good idea to eliminate or reduce all of this padded language. So let's get started with the rest of the video. First of all, I just want to give a little credit to Powell Nolbert on Unsplash for the picture that I'm using as the background to these slides. So it's a beautiful picture. Just wanted to let you know where it came from. So what I'm calling padded language can come under many guises and many terms, and one of them is empty phrases. And here are a couple of empty phrases that you should get rid of in your writing at all times, or in order to. So I just want to use a couple as an example. Remember, there's many of them that you should watch out for. And here's an example. You should proofread your writing at all times. Well, that's not bad, but it would be better if you said you should always proofread your writing. And you can see how we have eliminated two words and we've tightened up the sentence and made it very clear and straightforward. The second example is he studied hard in order to pass the final exam. Well, you don't need in order to. You can say he studied hard to pass the final exam. It's much clearer, much crisper, and much better. So always proofread and eliminate those unnecessary words that are just making your writing longer, but not necessarily better. Here we have a few examples of unnecessary repetition or redundancies. So we have disappear from view, free gift, and honest truth. The airplane disappeared from view. Well, we don't need from view. The airplane disappeared. Disappeared, that's exactly what it means. We already know what it means. We don't need those extra words. Sally was surprised when she received a free gift. Well, a gift is supposed to be free. Otherwise, it's not really a gift. If there's something expected back, then it isn't a gift any longer. So you really just need Sally was surprised when she received a gift. I am telling you the honest truth. Well, I certainly hope so, because truth is supposed to be honest. That's the definition of truth. So we really don't need that word honest. I am telling you the truth. That's all you really need. So you can eliminate one or two words, sometimes even more, but from these particular phrases, one or two words, and tighten up your writing and make it much, much better. Let's have a look at some examples of wordiness. And don't worry too much about the terminology. I've separated it these into different screens, but really they all fall under the umbrella of padded language or unnecessary words or phrases. And that's the important piece, is just to watch out for words and phrases or clauses that are not necessary or that are not helping your writing in any way. So the first example, Mark will be available until such time as we can find someone to replace him. That's a really wobbly phrase in the middle of this sentence. Let's get rid of it. Mark will be available until we can find someone to replace him. That's much better. It's much more concise. It's much tighter. And we've replaced 4 words with just 1, and that has made a gigantic improvement. Fahim was not promoted owing to the fact that he missed too many planning meetings. Well, we don't need that large phrase in the middle of this sentence either. Fahim was not promoted because he missed too many planning meetings. Perfect. So we have 5 words replaced with just 1, and it's made a much clearer, much crisper sentence, and that is exactly what we want to see. Please answer without further delay to my request for more personnel. Well, we don't need the 3 words. We can replace it with just 1 again. Please respond promptly to my request for more personnel. Or we could say, please respond immediately to my request for more personnel. But in either case, we've replaced 3 words with just 1, and we've tightened up the sentence, and we've improved it considerably. And that's really important. As I mentioned earlier, don't just add words to reach a word count or to make your writing longer. Longer is not necessarily better. If you have to reach a certain word count, focus on the quality of your writing, focus on developing your ideas, providing examples, providing support, providing evidence, and that will help you reach the word count that you need while still writing without all of this padded language. So you'll have a much, much better paper. So eliminating wordiness or redundancies or repetitive phrases that you don't need is much better for the reader to understand, and it's also much better for you. So what do I mean by it will be better for you too? Well, if you're writing clearly and concisely, then your thinking will become clearer and more concise as well. And that can be helpful. They sort of play off one another. So if you're watching this video on YouTube, I'm going to put some links below, some clickable links below. But if not, there's the website and there's the email. You can always copy and paste if you want to. Check out the website. You can see about reading, writing, math, and online lessons. And if you're watching this on YouTube, there'll be a clickable link below to some writing lessons as well with a little discount, a little bargain for you for watching the video all the way through. Yay you. And I always like to hear from you, so don't forget to subscribe, like the video, put a comment in, ask a question, I'll get right back to you. Also, I'll put a link below to the blog, which has more examples of padded language, what I'm calling padded language, wordiness, repetitions, redundancies, whatever you want to call them, and how to watch out for them and why you should watch out for them. So check out the blog as well. There's some other blog entries there that might help you in terms of your writing, talking about sentence fragments, etc. They're usually connected to some of the videos as well. So my name is Ron Johnson. As you know, I'm from L.T.L Tutoring Central, and I hope to hear from you soon. Keep writing, keep having fun writing. Don't worry too much about all the rules because you can always fix things afterwards. Keep writing and keep having fun and keep learning. That's the most important thing. Bye for now.